Today's topic is grammar of language. Language is a system of communication. Language is a means of communication. Language is a medium for thought. Language is a vehicle for literary expression. Language is a social institution. Language has its own importance. Without language, we cannot communicate. We cannot convey our thoughts and feelings to others. We cannot create or produce any literary work. We cannot communicate in the society. Language is dealing with linguistics. Language has its own relations with linguistics. The word linguistics originates from the Latin word lingua, which means tongue. Each and every word, each and every phoneme or sound can be produced with the help of tongue. Linguistics deals with language. Linguistics is a scientific study of language. David Crystal, in its encyclopedia, defines linguistics as the science of language. It is a scientific study. If we want to study language, we should study scientifically. There are some important characteristic features of language. Animals have communication system as opposed to humans have language. Animals and birds have a systematic communication system, whereas humans have language. Language is a special gift to human beings. Human being is endowed with language. Only human beings have the power of speech. Human beings only produce language. There is duality of structure or patterning. Human language displays two levels of patterning. Level 1 deals with compounding of sounds or phonemes. If we want to produce any word, the word is a combination of phonemes and sounds. Without the help of sounds and phonemes, we cannot create or utter word. For example, in the word spot, O is a vowel, S, P, T are consonants. In the word tops, O is vowel, T, P, S are consonants. In the word pots, O is vowel, P, T, S are consonants. When we interchange the words in a single word, there are different meanings. Spot, tops, pots can be formed with the help of four sounds S, P, O, T. Level second, compounding of words. We compound words together and form different types of sentences and phrases. Spot the tops of the pots, spot the tops of the pots. It is called creativity. The other aspect of language is creativity or productivity. Language is the process of creating or producing different types of sentences which are not produced or formed in the past. Major components of grammar of language. Speakers of language are able to produce and understand unlimited number of utterances. In other words, languages have the unique characteristic called creativity or productivity. This ability is called linguistic competence. Whether the person is literate or illiterate, he can speak any language. He can speak its own mother tongue. We can learn national language or international language, but while investigating linguistic competence, linguists focus on the mental system which allows one to form and interpret the words and sentences of one's language. This system is also known as the grammar of that language. If we take the example of Bainabai Chowdhury from Marathi literature that she is illiterate, but she could create a great work of art in the history of Marathi literature. There are four important aspects of grammar of language. The first one, phonetics and phonology. Phonetics is the study of articulation and perception of speech sounds. Phonology is the organization of the units of the sounds of speech into syllables and other larger units. Second aspect of grammar of language is morphology. Morphology is the study of words and word formation processes in language. What is morpheme? A morpheme is a basic meaningful element of language. There is a difference between a phoneme and a morpheme. A phoneme is the smallest unit of language, but it has no meaning of its own. For example, p, b, t, d, k, g, these are phonemes, but they have no its own meaning. But a morpheme is the minimum meaningful unit of language. Each and every morpheme is meaningful in the process of words. Words can be broken down into still smaller units called morphemes. For example, the word boys, there are two morphemes, boy plus yes. Boys, this word is a plural of boy. It means that yes morpheme has the meaning, it is plurality. The second word walked, there are two morphemes, walk plus t. T denotes the past tense of the word. Writes, there are two morphemes, write plus yes. Yes denotes the simple present tense. In the word writing, ing denotes the continuous tense of the tense. Rewriting, this word has three morphemes, rewrite plus ing. The third aspect of grammar of language is syntax, the formation of words and phrases. It deals with the combination of words into phrases, clauses and sentences. In simple words, syntax is about principles of forming and understanding sentences. The last aspect of grammar of language is semantics. Semantics is the interpretation of words and sentences. It is concerned with the study of meaning in all its aspects. While concluding this topic, language is a means of communication. There are some important features or characteristics of language. Language is a gift to human beings. Creativity and productivity is also the feature of language. Duality of patterning, for example, having compounded phonemes, we form words. Having compounded words, we form sentences. There are four aspects of grammar of language. Unless and until we learn four aspects of grammar of language, we cannot speak, we cannot write, we cannot comprehend, we cannot understand any language. These aspects are phonetics, morphology, syntax and semantics. If we want to study any language, one has to study these four aspects of grammar of language. Aspects of grammar of language are very important. Otherwise, we cannot produce sounds in a proper way. We cannot form words in a proper way. We cannot form sentences in a proper way. And we cannot interpret words or literature in a proper way, in a proper manner. That's why these four aspects of grammar of language are very essential while learning any language or while studying any language. Thank you very much.